Okay. Hello, ladies. I didn't. I. I did not realize this until literally just now. The main menu is a spoiler. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. My name is Ryan, aka the Ryeman, and we are back for another bizarre adventure in Major Minor. I would say the last time that we were here, things were getting heavy, but things have been getting heavy in this game for the last 6 or so episodes. But apparently, where we last left off... Oh, we're over halfway done, by the way. Where we last left off... That man dead! That man's in shock! That woman evil! And that boy is no longer my brother. And the Furry King is still alive! What powerful stand is powering you? Dusk. I've been thinking. You've mentioned a visit to the people. That this may help my public relations. You know what they say, let them eat cake, right? That was stupid. Of course, Velasquez. Your public image is very important. Especially if you wish to dispel rumors. Yes. But I've thought of something else. Oh, if my voice throughout the rest of this playthrough begins to sound more and more funny, it's because I think I'm coming down with something, so don't be surprised if I sound more hoarse than Dusk. And what is that, my king? A visit to the people might be wrong. If I parade over them in my lavish outfit, rife with luxury, they would feel hurt. This would be like a pompous display of ownership, in the way that I don't intend. Would you like me to prepare a new outfit? Could we make a TV show out of that? Because if I help, it could be Human Eye for the furry guy. Oh god, no. There would be a show the other way around. Like, furry eye for the human guy. I'm reminded of an incident back in college with one of my friends, Lindsay. Yeah, she basically the premise of the show is that you take a group of furries and they would kidnap a certain any individual off the street and build them a suit. It would be horrifying. It would be a comedy. And I just remember my friend Lindsay from college, like, getting, like, almost up in my face, saying, it's not that bad. I can make you a suit if you want. And I just remember sitting there like, no. I didn't pull in that far. That part was exaggeration. I could allocate funds from the treasury. Dude, allocate funds from the treasury for fuck's sake, duh. Just put on a fucking t-shirt. Ditch the crown and find some pants. It's not that hard! Something more rustic, perhaps? Of course, the horse is probably farm boy over here is bringing up rustic. Maybe not fully intact? With holes! That seems to be all the rage. No, Dusk. I must not disguise myself. Because seriously, how would you... I think you're the only jackal with dreadlocks on this planet. Hiding who I am gives off a bad image. Then I'm afraid I don't follow. What else could you be planning, my king? It may be risky, but I want to open the doors of my castle. I want the people to come to me. They will be able to walk these halls as if they were their own home. Well, dude, I'm not that much into politics, but I believe back in, like, 3 weeks ago, I wrote like 100 things to not do when you have a position in power. Letting anyone get that close is like number 67. Who the fuck is texting me like 7:43 at night? Oh, it's just Derek, so streaming. And he's streaming a good game. I'm gonna have to watch that later. That Terra truly belongs to its people. And why do I have Les Miserables in my head now? Oh! And that I don't hold back from them. Really? I would advise... Listen to the horseman. We may be subject to massive theft. Like, even the thrones back there. Anything not nailed down. Bolted. Welded down to the ground. Not to mention your enemies may use this opening as to plan an attack, unless that's what you're thinking. I get it now! Oh, it's totally what I would do! Open up the doors of my home to let everyone come and walk my halls and get to know me better. But I would fully well know that the only people that would go through with that are my enemies. So as soon as everyone who's apparently going to come gets into my house, we seal the doors and we burn the whole fucker to the ground. He's been reading my playbook. You get a point. Trust me, I've considered all the avenues. Let me describe my plan in more detail. Of course, my lord. I did not mean to be crass. If this is going where I think it's going, I want you to know, Velasquez, I was only 85% joking. If that's your plan, you get 2 points. And I would seriously like my playbook back. When everyone has arrived, I will have them gather in the atrium. At this point, I will address all of them at once. I will be fully forthcoming. This is where they will learn what I have planned for myself in the future of Terra. At this point, I will open our grand hall. We will have a feast for the ages. Anything. Game of Thrones reference where people die. A ball that will be etched in time. And blood? Oh. Fucking excuse you? I will close my I'll close by ending my reign. If I wasn't lazy, I cue the JonTron clip. I have several questions. What? You can't be serious, you fucking clod. It needs to be done, Dusk. If my enemies still wish to attack me after hearing everything I have to say, then I will accept my appointed fate. For the repercussions of my death will be negligible compared to what comes next. And this twisted monarchy will end. Succeeded by what the people decide. No! That causes a power vacuum in which a lot of people are gonna fucking die! However, if my plan comes to fruition, it will lead them to a beautiful world. In a much better shape than it is now. The mumblings of this new Terra. Perhaps they are not as off as they think. So wait, you're not on a plan to conquer the multiverse? And subjugate all living life that ever was, is, and will be under your iron paw? Yeah, hunk? Yeah. Yeah, code phrase Delta Tango Bravo Whiskey. Yeah. Yeah, call off the strike team. Yeah. Call the armies that I've spent literally 3 months gathering. Apparently, the invasion's off. Well, don't get that tone with me. I wasn't expecting this. I thought the dude killed himself in the last episode. What? Yeah, okay. Alright, I won't call them off, but set them back to DEFCON 2. No, I don't know what that means. Just tell Johnny to get his finger off the button. Okay. What? No, I don't know where she was. No, I don't have time for this now. Yes, I know she's the Red Queen all over again, but you tell her that. I'm not. I gotta go, because you know how she is. She's on my phone as well. We're all probably dead anyway, because she's going to hear this recorded. Alright. Alright. Yes, this sketch has gone on far too long. I'll talk to you later. Yes, kisses. You heard nothing. I'll probably edit this part out. We can only hope that... Velasquez groans in pain, grasping at his chest. My lord. Velasquez, do you have arrhythmia? Is this somehow tied into Karo Shoujo? Are you okay? Yes, I know. It's because he stabbed himself. He removes his hands from his chest stained with blood. Yes, I'm fine. Sir, you're bleeding. Please do not be alarmed. An old wound must have reopened. I am capable of tending to it myself. You are dismissed. Sure! Please call me if you need any aid. If it gets worse, we must take action. Moments later, Velasquez leans against the wall. He grips his scepter in his hands, panting heavily. Has it stopped working? That was a chapter? If I didn't have my stupid mindless ramblings, that would have been like 3 minutes. Yes? Shock and Rocker had nothing to do with this chapter. Or did they? I don't know. Well, I guess I'll end it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you liked it... No, not enough time has ended. However, I will be taking a bathroom break. Is the tank empty? Yes. Doesn't take long for me to pick up Shock's trail. After following it closely, it leads backstage. Not all the lights are on, so it's somewhere dark. I'm still able to make out everything important. By the time I reach Shock, my eyes have adjusted. I see him standing there, with his face in his paws. An extra large can of Popstar rests beside him. It looks chilled and about half full. Wait, you can see through the can? Beads of condensation drip down the side. I have not come across this level of explaining things that are seemingly unimportant since Kato Shoujo. Why did you follow me? Plot? Oh my god. Anytime in the future anyone asks you blank, just look at them puzzled like, the plot? I guess he doesn't want to beat around the bush. I think for a moment before I answer him. I needed to see that you're okay, or I wanted to know how you're feeling. Aren't those two kind of the same thing? Really, are they? Well, if I had to break it down, actually, I would say I wanted to see if that you're okay, meaning he's physically okay. I want to know how you're feeling is more in depth. How are you mentally right now? You're obviously okay. You're breathing. You weird fox dude. How are you up here? That's probably most important. By the way, I think you should lay off the Popstar because I think that's what it's explaining the parts of you that's glowing. But that's besides the point right now. How you feeling, bro? We're gonna go Dr. Phil on his butt. Shock is happy, but confused. That is a glorious goddamn status report. How are you feeling? I'm happy, but confused. He looks at me confusingly. Like he didn't expect me to ask about his feelings. I kind of give people that same look. It's like, Ryan, how are you feeling? I don't know, honestly. You know what's going on around here? And Clace and Rocker were my best friends. When you tour with people, you grow so close to them. You become inseparable. And you become more than just hey! Hold up. When you perform on stage, it's almost like you're one entity. Okay? I'm not a musician, so I wouldn't know. No, that wasn't a cue for me to bust out an acoustic guitar. We're all doomed if I ever do that. Seamless and perfect. To have it taken away? I've lost a part of me I'll never get back. I can't perform like that again, because I won't have them by my side. He turns to his side and starts chugging the Popstar. The half-full can quickly becomes empty. No replacement will ever fill that void. So what can I do? If I can never perform like I want to, that's what I've been struggling with. And I think I finally decided. I'm going to resign. I mean, I've never heard your shit, bro, so it's not really my particular place. Nor am I an expert in this sort of field, but fuck it. What's one of my quotes? Apparently one of my quotes. You do you. I'm gonna be over here being me. You be over there doing you. So I guess whatever floats your boat. Quit the business. It's really my only course of action. Maybe not your only course of action? It's an option. Only course of action? On the... Stop getting in sync! But extreme course of action? That sounds about right. I ask him why he's decided to do this all of a sudden. I'd rather honor their memory. Plus, it would make me happy. Then I'm not gonna stand here fucking debating the music industry with you and how those politics work. There's your fucking... Right there! Right there! Right there! Right there! You do you! You do you! You too! You do you! This has turned into a motivational video. You do you! I don't have to look so hostile while I tell you that, but maybe that's what you need. Pause the video right now, put it on the watch later list. Go out and do you. Unless you doing you is something illegal. Then don't do you. If I stay in the business, I have to perform with someone else. Oh, you've been performing with that Daz girl. I mean, I need to find a replacement for Clace. They already did. Her name is Daz. And replacement for Rocker too. Do we know anyone who plays guitar? I don't. You get one of those guitar machines. They have like drum machines. You can just get... I don't think that's a good thing to do. I don't either. No, what I said was stupid. I wouldn't want to give off the impression that they were expendable. They aren't. People move on in the show business every day. I don't think that's something I can do. A week from now, Central will already have a new set of idols and a new tour planned. But me? I just couldn't do that. They meant too much to me, you know? They meant a lot to the world, too. So I think I'm going to step down. Do you think that's a good idea? You do you. You literally do you. I don't care. We literally just met, and you're coming to me of all people for this advice. You're gonna get it. Do what makes you fucking happy. You're not gonna be as rich, and you're gonna kick yourself in the ass later. He smiles at me slightly. That's a slight smile? Goddamn. I was thinking about my next career choice. Something like philanthropist. Okay. I've only ever wanted the best for others, and I have the time and money for it. Yeah, that's true. You can now afford to literally... It's easy to do you when you can afford it, and you can afford to do you. I make more than enough with my royalties. Okay, buddy, you can stop rubbing it in now. Can I go back to my other choice that makes you sad? Okay, you're not now. Geo-Force game ready. Driver is available. You can stop rubbing it in. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. This was supposed to be a motivational video. Sorry about the weird cut. Background noises. Should be dealt with now. I hope. I wouldn't be making a difference at all. I feel like Clayson Rocker would be more proud of me if I went and caused change. But then the question remains, what kind of change? I guess I need to think on that. But I think I've already made up my mind. The more concrete details come later. You can't... You can't just yeet life-changing decisions. But okay. Actually, I think... He stops himself before he continues to speak, realizing that he's discussing this with a total stranger. Sorry, I just got a little excited. I didn't mean to ramble on like this. No need to apologize. Some people think it's adorable when someone gets super passionate about things that they find passionate. I don't know. I have to say, this whole situation is odd. Some would say bizarre. I expected Shock to be hostile and angry, or at the very least, hateful towards Acheron. But to see him planning his future? Is he trying to move on? Or is this just escapism? It's hard to tell when you're dealing with grief. He could be making an actual effort to move on, or he could be pushing it aside in denial. I think I know what it is, though. It hasn't even been 24 hours since Clace's death. Oh my god, that's right. All the events of this whole game take place in a day. I don't think it's possible to move on that fast. Hey, you there. Oh, wait, hey, you there? He waves at me, trying to get my attention. You must have zoned out. I do that. I wanted to talk about Acheron. Oh, he does want to talk about Acheron. Perhaps I spoke too early beforehand. He must still be mad about what happened. Let me get this out of the way first. This isn't because he overpowered me. I have some genuine concerns, as do we all. But I've just kept them quiet so far. I hope that I can trust you with this. I seriously, I'm flattered, but we're forgetting we all literally just met. I can trust you, right? Sure! I mean, you literally can. I mean, I'm not going to talk to anyone about this, because no one I know holds enough attention or interest in this subject matter to fucking care. I nod affirmatively. He doesn't have to worry about me betraying his trust. Whatever he told me would stay between us, because I expected the same courtesy of him. He's a very suspicious man, you know? Some things just don't add up to me. The old security guard disappears. Clace dies. A new guard appears. Rocker dies. It's too convenient. The killer has to be somebody here. Oh, God. They are. Rocker's death proved that fact. And I don't know how you feel, but I felt like he gave me a death threat. No. No, buddy, no. Everyone's streaming tonight. It felt like back in front of Cinch's office, I mean. He hinted that he'd let me die if I didn't stay on his good side, which is horrible. Well, that did happen. But I don't think Acheron is the killer. Somebody call Blue's Clues to gather up all the information we've got. We're already in our thinking chair. He's always been truthful, as far as I can tell. Did I just give a hint as to my goddamn age? Nah. He keeps mentioning this perfect track record of his, too. Turns out it's not so perfect. But not because of Rocker's death. Nani? I was looking up his name online. Oh god, not the internet. Now the internet's involved? There seems to be hints here and there of an operation he was part of in Africa. Everything bad happens in Africa! Fuck, that's a terrible quote. But he refuses to talk about it publicly. And anything... and anything that was promising has since been taken offline. He's hiding something. So what would he want to hide, though? It would have to be something shameful, I don't know, maybe he was involved in Resident Evil 5. Everyone who had any part in that is ashamed of that. Something that affects his reputation. Resident Evil 5. Well, what else could that be but a failure? Turns out it's not as perfect as we thought. In fact, there's a lot of stuff about him that just leads to long, dead web pages. It takes power to do that en masse. I find this a little hard to believe. So Acheron is lying about his perfect track record? Or at the very least, he's hiding facts about his past? The latter's more acceptable. But the former makes me doubt almost everything. It goes deeper, as the web does. Trust me. I cross-reference the dates of Acheron's time in Africa with other notable events. This is where it gets interesting. Maxine Armstrong was also present. Of course, she said she was just visiting. That she didn't have any business there, just like here. But she must have been lying. That week, there were explosions. Explosions in random parts of Africa? I keep up with current news things. Boko Haram came to mind. Random explosions. Bullshit shit. Oh god. The details of that are also hard to find. But it was all in the same small village. Same that Acheron was in as well. I'm not grasping straws here, but no, you're reaching for the whole pack. They were there together. And now they're here together. In Africa. It ended in explosions. But it doesn't happen here yet. So right now, we're one step ahead. It's all too connected to mean nothing. Everything about the village during that span of time is also impossible to find. Something bad happened in Africa. No! It couldn't. And now it's happening here as well. Maybe there's some sort of murdering duo. After that, he remains silent. I'm left to try and absorb what he's just told me. It can't be a coincidence that they're both here. But why were the details of Africa so hard to find? I'm assuming that Shock is truthful, of course. I doubt he's the type to make this up. We've known him for a collective of like 32 minutes. But doesn't Acheron hate Armstrong with a passion? Maybe it's because of Africa. He's also had no idea that Maxine was involved here. Allegedly. Could be an act to throw us off the trail. We need to get Singed to evacuate now. The bottom line is, we're not safe here. We need to leave Tokyo. I don't care where else we go. My mind flashes back to the early meeting with Singed. How we shouldn't make any rash movements. We don't want to provoke them into killing us. Or I guess in this case, sending off the weapons. It's kind of stupid though. Acheron might talk some sense into him. This is unless he's involved in this mess. Now I'm not sure what to think. Well, maybe that's going a little too far. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? We can't trust Acheron to protect us. I think we can, because it's literally his goal to protect us so that he becomes the new furry god. Nor can we trust the Armstrong Incorporated. That one we can't! We need to ensure our own protection. Not placing in others foreign armaments. I know you had my back before. I trust that you're on my side again. We need to push Acheron away. No! Oh, no! We can't put our lives in his hands. Come on, you're with me, right? I'm not sure what to say. But he thinks Acheron is hiding failures. I wouldn't believe it, but Rocker's already dead. Only after a few hours. So I have proof of his failure right in front of me. However, he's been acting up since the press conference. Perhaps Armstrong's involvement affects his judgment? This case got personal for him very fast. But then there's the issue of Africa. Him and Max both in the same village with explosions. And now they're both here. With bombs, too. It doesn't appear to me as pure coincidence. And it's clear that Shock wants a response now. I don't blame him with how fast things have happened. But I need to think carefully. There's always the chance he's just vindictive. Rocker did die on Acheron's watch, and Acheron did make Shock out to be pretty weak. What do I tell him?
What do I do, Lord? Destroy the child.
Oh god, my contact lens. There we go. Look, despite the way this story is going, it's like, oh, we're this character, right? Yeah. We're still jumping all over the multiverse here. We know some of the things that's going on without us knowing, if that makes any sense. So, being that Acheron's goal to become the new furry god is to literally protect us, he's just kind of doing a shit job right now. That is why I feel like we can trust the Fox. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. The Fox dude. I think he could protect us. He kind of has to if he doesn't want to lose the game. He laughs at me and claps his game. Clace, my man. I know you don't know me. Consistency a little bit with dialogue. What am I talking about? I know it's literally nothing. Not a big deal. It's just small details like that sometimes I pick up on, and it bugs me just a tiny bit. His hands. Before, it was referred to as just his paws. I'm not sure if all that fucking matters. I don't know why it irks me a little bit. I'm sure it's nothing. It's just that little part of my brain, and it's like, it's paws and hands. Anyway. Yeah. After this, an awkward silence ensues. Wait. You weren't joking. Even after everything I told you. I nod. This is his job, and all eyes are on him. Whatever happens will not escape... Oh my god, that's right. Whatever happens will not escape the media barrage. If he wants to maintain his good name, he won't slip up. Can't take the evidence from Shock as proof. It was all tangible. Hardly concrete. I thought better of you. And I thought better of you. Stop chugging that piss. I won't lie. But mark my words. More people will die. I believe you. I just feel it in my gut. I'm leaving. I tell him that it would probably be better to stay. If he acts like that, he could scare the culprit. You think so? Yeah. But what if Acheron is the culprit? What are you gonna do in that situation? I don't know. We'll fucking jump him? This could be the final choice we make. Would you be content if you're wrong? Ellipses. Stop texting me, people. Before I can even think of responding, my phone rings. I feel as if my heart stops beating. Another text message. I hope they would stop. It feels like I've woken up from a nightmare. I raise a finger, asking him to hold on. He stops talking, giving me time to check. I go through a brief period of hoping it's Singe, or Rook, or Keela, or Daz, or Claire at this point. Someone! But this hope is short-lived. Go to the lobby. Now. Things will begin shortly. I'm not sure what that could possibly mean. What was about to begin? I stop and think. Last time I got a text, they said a friend would die. I instantly put my phone back in my pocket. I storm out of the room without saying a word. But honestly, I don't know what to say. I assume this person wants me alone. And so I leave Shock by himself and go to the lobby. Into certain danger for both myself and my friends. Yes! Good Lord! We're cranking up the goddamn true ending flags. Oh! Why is Rocker still there? He's fucking dead! I need to get out of this place. But first, let's get a sneak peek. Did that save? If that didn't save, because I was too busy rambling, there's only one logical thing to do to ensure that I don't lose everything that I work towards. Extra long episode time. Then I'm going to have to take a break from this game, because holy fuck. Rook cautiously enters the conference. Oh god, our boy Rook! He scans the area slowly, realizing he's alone. You also need to apparently lay off whatever that pop star drink is, because you're the glowing. Why do I even bother being punctual? As usual, I'm the one left waiting around. He sits down in a chair, taking a heavy sigh. Fiddling with his tablet, he tries to pass the time. Hello, Rook. He jumps in his chair, startled. You shouldn't pop up on people like that. Why would you want to scare somebody? I just do that unintentionally. I'm a big guy, but no one ever hears me enter the room. You know what kind of situation we're in? Pop up on people? It's not like that. You were just so engrossed in your tablet that you didn't notice me approaching. I can't be blamed for that. But do tell me, how is that tablet treating you today? Does he have anything interesting to say? Ellipses. What do you mean, he? Yeah, please tell us, Miss Max. Don't play stupid, Rook. I hate how everyone else is full of lies. Do you think everyone here would feel... How do you think everyone here would feel if I told them what's on that tablet? I see a bunch of scribbles on his tablet. They think you're some sort of freak. Rook? What weird fetishes are you into on that thing? Are you into one of the... I mean, you are, but... You've done a good job of hiding it. Ellipses. I don't know what you're talking about. Of course you don't. In the blink of an eye, Max seizes the tablet. Catching Rook off guard, she starts to fiddle with it. Hey, give that back! He starts to panic, his breathing becomes erratic. That's mine! He leaps off his chair and tries to take it back. Max has no issue dodging his attempts. She laughs mockingly as she borrows the contents. You really have just turned into a Saturday morning villain. With bombs. You chat with him all day. She scrolls through the on-screen chat history. And almost all night, too. You shut the world out just for him. But why don't you seek something more real? Words on a screen can only do you so much. It's affecting the way your friends see you. First of all, is he gay? I was told previously that he's not. Doesn't matter, it's just getting mixed messages. If that's something you even call them. As we all know, addictions can be costly. I've talked to people you've worked with. They mention your tablet more than you. Max, I'm asking nicely. She continues scrolling. Wow, you can find a lot in this guy. He seems so full of knowledge, too. Let me try asking him something. She spends a few moments typing. Wow, he responds instantly. And with such detail. Faster than any living being could. Rook huffs angrily, easily accepting her bait. Let me ask him about Eclair. You leave her out of this. Or perhaps I could ask about Jade. You leave her out of this. You leave everyone out of this, you psychotic bitch! Maybe he must know all your dirty little secrets. Max, I've had enough. He charges at her in a fit of rage. She instinctively clutches her necklace. Did this bitch just the world owe us? Pretty quick to anger, isn't he? Oh well. I was going to restrain him anyway. Pretty fun to see him all rustled, though. If that's his trigger, he must have all sorts of nasty little secrets. Heh. She stares at the tablet for a moment. Curiosity. Though I guess it isn't really my business. I was just having a little fun. None of this will be permanent anyway. She places the tablet down on one of the chairs. Then she pushes Rook down onto the one beside it. As he is unaware, there are no signs of objections. The circumstances of Africa were definitely a little different. But I guess I have to make do with what we have. And compromise. Akron will know what I'm up to. With Rook on the chair, she grabs some rope. You better get comfy. She ties him up to the chair, ensuring it's extra tight, his wrists to his armrests and his feet to the legs. I suppose I'll be generous. She moves the tablet from the chair to his pocket. You're lucky you're just means to an end. I was tempted to dump this in the water. But that's something you'll need to do on your own, Rook. I can't do it for you. She lets out a slight laugh. The things that people do in grief. Does anyone handle things like a normal living being anymore? No! I don't get it at all. Oh well. Time for the finishing touch. She walks to the other side of the room. The bomb she placed here earlier flashes a bright red. I hope this doesn't scare him too much. She spends a few moments disarming the weapon. After ensuring it's off, she returns to Rook. The red light on the explosive now docile green. Placing the bomb on his lap, she slowly rearms it. Its light returns to red, flashing its new intent. And with that, the stage is set. She grips the gear-shaped necklace once more. Oh, you're finally conscious again. Rook looks around in confusion. He struggles slightly after realizing he's restrained. Hey, let me go! I can't do that. I have an important plan for you, Rook. Oh my god, he's bait. She leans in close to give him words of emphasis. Let's get down to business. You've been wasting your life. On that tablet, in your own little fantasy. And you're defensive enough to attack me. But it's odd. You passed out right after. Perhaps exertion must elude you, Rook. I had no choice but to restrain you. This bomb, however, is another story. She points to Rook's lap, and he notices the bomb. He immediately starts to squirm and struggle. Hey now, don't struggle too much. You wouldn't want to set it off in error. The words are enough to scare him into submission. He remains as stiff as a corpse, his eyes tearing up. Why are you doing this? I never did anything to you. Please let me go. Trust me, Rook. I'm not going to hurt you. And you'll be free to go shortly. That is, if things go in your favor. I'm going to tell some of your friends that you're here, waiting to be saved. That they also know the disarming codes. It's pretty simple. They come and save you if they want to. She takes a brief pause. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but there's a chance they might not come. Because they may like someone more than you. This is why your tablet is so important. You spent so long immersed in that silly little thing, ignoring those around you. Perhaps now, they will ignore you. I'm a firm believer that we set our own bombs in life. That's a t-shirt. Our errors and lapses in judgment set mines for us to step on later. We are victims to our own actions and words. We can conveniently choose to blame others. But at the end of the day, it's our fault. You chose to bond with that tablet instead of those who are currently around you. And now, that choice of yours may haunt you. Perhaps if you weren't so obsessed with that thing, they would be rushing to save you. But now, the fact that they need to choose, it makes this all more makes all this more interesting. You're sick. Blaming me, of course. If you weren't such an introvert, you'd be relaxed right now in confidence. But now you've come to realize what you've been doing is harmful. But just how harmful? Well, that is up to the strength of the bonds you have made. They decide your fate. Oh, and if you mention my name, I'll set off every single weapon here. So don't try and play hero, Rook. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go help contestant number 2. The show is about to begin. Yes! Yes, I would like to fucking save! Saved! Oh god! Oh god! This has been like a near hour-long episode. I'm gonna end it here. That is a cliffhanger. That is a fucking cliffhanger if I've ever come across a fucking cliffhanger. Holy fucking shit. Well, if you guys enjoyed any bit of this rambling nonsense, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel to see more, follow the Facebook page, keep up with the news and content, hop on board the Discord, share all this stuff with all your friends and families and neighbors and even people you don't like if you don't like my shit and you want to see them suffer too. And as always, stay awesome out there. Adi fucking yos.